Still hustling at 5 in the morning. You rich joints in the water mile and annoying. What they say every day.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
You rich stay at the trunks of Lincoln Continental.
And Memphis Sports segment. Square Business Sports. We're ready to talk Memphis Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson Jr. talk. We're going to talk about, Chandler Parsons' return issues, the drama behind that. His recent interview that he just did with, I think that was either Mark Giannotto or David Cobb over there at Commercial Appeal. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to touch bases on, the JB Bickerstaff rotation issues, man, with Jaren Jackson. We're going to touch bases on that. And also, we definitely going to touch bases on an article that I just did for BillStreetBears.com. You go check it out. The article is me talking about Mike Conley and how Mike Conley, hey man, you're in a situation this year. We're going to just jump right into it. We're going to even talk about this first, but we're going to definitely talk about this. I published an article yesterday on BillStreetBears.com. You can go check it out under Ed Memphis. Of course, me, by the way, if you all don't know who I am by now. And in the article, I touch bases on Mike Conley and All-Star this year. We hear a lot of locals say, man, Mike Conley should definitely be an All-Star this year. And it's no question. And he's a top 20 NBA player. I'm just laughing thinking about it. And Mike Conley is elite, and he's elite skill. His skill level is now elite. He has definitely went from being a raw prospect, almost like Frank Ntilikina up in New York right now, to being an elite skill player. I mean, his skill level is elite, so we'll say that. But as far as him being an elite player in the NBA overall, as far as production, hell no. Man, get off the boo-boo. And rest in peace to Pimp C. Well, you got to be kidding me. Let's get right into it, folks. First of all, the Grizzlies have lost 13 of the last 19 games, meaning they went 6-13 in the last 19 games, 7-13 in the last 20. That is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. That is a free fall. On top of that, Mike Conley, he's averaging. Some folks say, well, he's doing what he can do. He's averaging 20 points a game, and he's averaging 6.5 assists, and he's putting up 3 rebounds a game. But you're not looking at the fact, he's doing that. But even that's, you'll say, okay, that's an all-star resume. That's all-star credential. That's all-star caliber. I'll say that. That's all-star caliber. But that's not an all-star snub by any stretch of the imagination. That does not make you an all-star snub, 20 points, 6.5 assists, and 3 rebounds. That's just not all-star snub, because there are going to be so many guys, especially in the Western Conference, who easily put up, 20 points, 6.5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's not even nothing memorable. I mean, that's not even nothing memorable, or historical by any stretch of the imagination. So first, people got to realize that, hey, like I told, I was on Twitter this week, and Chris Vernon of Grind City Media, we would just kind of exchange a couple tweets. And I mentioned to him, I said, man, this was December the 21st. We were playing the Portland Trail Blazers. And I said, hey, man, Mike can't be talking about he feel like he should be an all-star by now, and you go out there and you lose to Damian Lillard. And Chris Vernon, being as loyal as he is, he fired back and he said, well, Mike won the last game just a week ago on December the 12th, and Mike put up 23, 6, and 6. And that's fine. But first of all, let me make you something clear. Let me make a point to y'all. Damian Lillard is now a perennial all-star. Although he is younger than Mike, he's now a perennial all-star, meaning he's in the all-star game pretty much every year now. You know what I mean? He might have a year you drop off, but for the most part, Damian Lillard is pretty much an all-star every year he's in the league. First off. So he has a history with the fans that are involved with All-Star selection and the fans that are going to ultimately watch and support their game for ad revenue and all that. Let's just keep it a buck. So he has a history of being an all-star. He already has that reputation. Mike already got that going against him. So you can't, if you going against somebody and y'all in a matchup and it's a draw, but he got the history of being an all-star, he's gonna get the nod. He's gonna get the thumbs up at the end of the day if it's a draw. And somebody put a gun to the decision maker head and say, hey, who do you pick over these two? But it's a draw. You're going to say, well, I'm going to go with the guy who got a history of going to All-Star weekend already. We're going to go with this guy because he's already there. You know, so that's first thing that Mike's looking at. In a much bigger market, you're in the home of Nike in Portland. So you're dealing with another thing, you're dealing with a guy who you can't match up evenly with him. You can't split a series. You can't go 1-1, win on December the 12th, and then lose on December the 21st against the very dude who's essentially holding that stands in front of you and your first All-Star appearance. Damian Lillard is pretty much that guy on that roster of the guards that if anybody was to get bumped for Conley, it would more than likely be Damian Lillard. So you cannot split the series versus Damian Lillard, dude. And I'm talking to you, Mike, because I'm talking directly to you, partner. Straight up. You cannot split the series, brother. You got to go in there. You got to destroy that man. You got to own him and his squad. And you got to let him know your spot mine now. I don't care what the fans talking about. I'm going to destroy you in front of everybody, and I'm going to make sure everybody know your spot is mine now. It's time, homie. That's the message you got to send. If you ain't sending that message, you ain't putting yourself ahead of nobody for All-Star Weekend. And the whole point that I wrote about in that article is that my whole point of saying all that is to say this, Mike, you can't just earn an All-Star nod, especially in the Western Conference right now, baby boy. You gotta take what's yours. You gotta take it. If that's what you feel is your spot, same thing I'm dealing with it, climbing up the ladder in the entertainment industry. I had to learn you gotta take what's yours. They ain't finna give you nothing out here, homie. Yeah, especially the cats that's already got it. Somebody already got that. They not finna just give it to you. Man, you gotta take that. And splitting the series ain't taking that. Putting up 23-6-6, that ain't taking an all-star spot. That's possibly earning an all-star spot. If somebody say, yeah, you definitely earned it. Okay, cool. But you didn't take it. And there's a difference between that, partner. In my opinion, I'm looking at the way the team falling apart, and I still say, still to this day, Mike still ain't putting up 40. They'll say, well, putting up 40 doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win a game. Say, yeah, that's true. But I'm looking at James Harden while Chris Paul out right now with hamstring maintenance. Hey, man, fear the beard putting up 40 every night on whoever. And not only is he putting up 40 every night, he giving you a family jumbo size of two side orders in assists and rebounds. He averaging a triple-double pretty much every night. That's taking and securing the bag. That's taking and securing your spot in All-Star Weekend. James Harden said, I'm not even a big fan. I really don't care for James. So I'm just going to keep it a buck, which I ain't really just never cared for him since he's been a Houston Rocket, which is strange because I love Houston. Anybody know about me know my history with Houston. That's my city there. I'm from Memphis, but I love Houston. Almost just as much as I love Memphis. You know what I'm saying? But I love Houston in his own way. I got my own love for that. But anyway, in Houston, James Harden, he just went insane. Since Chris Paul went out, it's 40-point triple-doubles every other night. If not back-to-back. That's what it takes. He dragging and carrying that team back up from the bottom of the playoff race. They was down at the 14th spot, I think, 13 or 14. I think they were second to last in the West. They got that low. falling straight to the lottery with no pick. You know, Houston to trade away all their picks to get all them guys they done got over the years. Chris Paul, instead they trade all their first round picks for the next few years. So with no picks, they fall down to the lottery. James Harden said, hell no. I want another MVP award. And that was the point I was about to make. They taking it. They taking it. And you going to either do it the easy way or the hard. And that's what Harden is doing. So now I just look at it now and I'm saying, is Conley doing it? You know? Is Conley truly at 20 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds a game, 7 assists, whatever? Is that really putting up? Is that taking a spot? No, it's not. You're not taking your spot, homie. So guess what? You can't be mad when it don't work out for you to the way you want it because you didn't secure the bag. You allow somebody else to come in and do their thing more than you. You can't split a series with Damian Lillard because Damian Lillard already an all-star perennial. Damian Lillard putting up almost 30 points a game every night with the 6 assists and the 4 or 5 rebounds. Damian Lillard will put up 50 on you, partner. You ain't even cracked 40 yet in one game. You ain't never even put up crack 40. The most Mike Conley has ever scored a career high in a single night is 38 points a game. That's awesome. That's great. Just a few weeks ago, he had a 36-point, 11 or 12 assist game. That's awesome. That's big. But that still ain't enough. Ask James Harden. Sometimes you just got to do even more. James Harden got to the line against us 27 times. This man took 27 free throws against us. One man. That is unbelievable determination to say, I'm going to win this game for us. Chris Paul out, the floor general out. Okay, cool. This is my show. I'm the one that said I want to be the MVP. So let me show y'all that's my award. I'm going to earn and I'm going to take it, not just earn it. And that's what James Harden has been able to do. That's what Damian Lillard has been able to do. That's what Steph Curry's been able to do. That's what Russell Westbrook's been able to do. That's what Klay Thompson's been able to do. And those are the guys you going up against for All-Star Weekend. Then you got DeMar DeRozan just came to your conference. So you just swapped out a forward for another guard that's more than likely going to be an All-Star. I ain't even mentioned DeMar DeRozan. Having an excellent season down there in San Antonio. And he don't have a Marc Gasol to play with. He got some nice little pieces to play when he got Pop. You know, the legendary Pop and, you know, arguably the greatest coach ever running this system. But, nah, he ain't, he ain't got a Marc Gasol. And yet, DeMar DeRozan is having a hell of a year. Phenomenal year for the Spurs. They in the playoff hunt. They somewhere in there. They at least still in the fight to get there. And he putting up those numbers too. And now you got that guard in the conference with you. So I say that to say that, man, the competition is fierce, partner. Mike Conley, hey, man, say, man, from one to another, man. Hey, man, you got to go out there and take what's yours, partner. Square business. So I just want to touch bases on that.
Taco Bell invites you to a world where you'll find burritos filled with nachos or indulgent